number 2 is the best N64 game.
For those who lived under a rock, it means Nintendo 64.
Yeah, the game I chose was Star Fox. It's more of a an aerial combat game. First person shooter for aerial combat. It's I think this game is dope. I love it. And it's back in the I'm about to show my age again. Back in the day, when I was in high school, Blockbuster used to used to rent out N64 games. And then they usually had an N64 out with a game in it that you could fucking sample, you could play. Sometimes when I was fucking bored of the day, I would leave school, go to Blockbuster, and I'd play fucking Star Fox until school was almost out. Then I'd go meet my friends. So I got pretty good at it. It's just I don't know. It was just something that I actually love the game. I love fucking being in the cockpit. And this is one of those games that you don't have to rely. You don't have to rely on other people. It's just you and what you can do. That's my thing. All right. Anyways, y'all go ahead.
All right, Cam's on you.
I did not hear of this game until you told me about this shit. I don't know what
really
was. Yeah, wasn't on my list. It just wasn't on my list. So I had to try to do as much little research as I could to pull up what it would be like. I don't know if it's the little clips that I found or the fact that it's the most unfamiliar or the fact that I can't actually play it now if I wanted to. Well, I could, but I'm not going to pay that kind of money. It didn't seem that appealing. It seemed like they just up the, and I guess that's kind of the problem with the old school games if you're not familiar with them and you don't have the memory tied to actually playing them, because they're all really kind of the same fucking programming. None of them could get that fucking fancy at that time.
But think about it, especially Nintendo 64. When you guys' age compared to mine, the memories, everything are going to be a little different.
Yes, and that's the other thing. I am old enough to remember Blockbuster, so I'm just I do remember that, but I can't believe you actually said it on something that would be seen by people on the internet.
I'll give a fuck what these bitches think.
I mean,
he doesn't.
I'm just saying, but all in all, I feel like if I played it after a while, I probably would love it just as much as everything else. N64, for most of us, it kind of could do no wrong. It's a part of our childhood that we all love. It was the first step in our transition between generations, and you know what I mean, everything different for probably me and DeAndre's age mostly. We were the kids that started growing up playing outside, and then video games came soon during our childhood, and we were able to transition and kind of have both. So we had so I was kind of just I feel like video games at that point could do no wrong. We were gonna love them because they were this new thing coming into the world, and we were there for the conception of it. So as basic as they are, as faulty as they are, we love them. So it's kind of just I feel like I would end up loving this one even though I've never played it.
Listen, so to me, N64 is probably top 3 video game consoles of all time for me, and I'm going off of games. Period. I played Star Fox for a little bit. This game reminded me of 3 older games, just a almost 3D version of 3 older games like Android, Centipede, and Galaga. That's what shit reminded me of.
That's what I couldn't think of.
So it's not a bad movie. I mean, it's not a bad game. If you like the old school feel, but again, you could just play Centipede, Android, or Galaga. Centipede, Asteroids, or Galaga.
Yeah. See, that's the thing though. It's not like first person. You're not in the cockpit around everything. You're just moving the fucking cursor around. To me, that's different. That's more what I'm actually looking for in the video game.
That's literally Centipede. It's not a Centipede. Asteroids. Yeah. It was literally Asteroids, but 3D. However, the one thing I really, really hated about this fucking game with a passion, that intro was long as a motherfucker.
Yes,
Oh,
agreed.
Jesus Christ. The intro was
Yeah.
long as shit.
Yeah.
Like
I had to
minutes
plan to
long.
skip at least 2 classes to make sure I was able to fucking get some good playing in.
Is it the best? No, but I mean, I wouldn't mind playing it if you can get past the fucking intro. All right, Evans, on you.
All right, so Star Fox. Let me. I got one little nitpick for CJ.
All right.
Star Fox came out on the Super Nintendo. You're talking about Star Fox 64. Different. I know it's stupid. It's that dumb little qualifier after everything. No,
I actually never played on Super Nintendo either.
Yeah, so the original Star Fox came out in '93. Star Fox 64 came out, I think, in '97. So it was right around the launch time of the Nintendo 64. And y'all want to talk about how CJ's dating himself by saying he went to a Blockbuster. Here's one for the road. I worked at a Blockbuster. Star Fox 64, great game. Terribly, like, in my opinion, out of the 4 games we chose graphically, this one's the worst. It's not a bad game. It fucking, the flight mechanics, if you weren't coordinated enough, killed you. The characters were terrible. Do a barrel roll! Oh my god. That was,
Hey, barrel rolls are fun as shit.
barrel rolls were dope, but the fact that every time that little frog popped up, do a barrel roll. It's not a bad game. For anyone who has the budget to do it, literally, if you can find like a secondhand retroactive store, like in Gresham, when most of us are at, they have. Well, actually, I'm the only one in Gresham, technically. They have CD Game Exchange and GameStar, which sell Nintendo 64s for like $40-$50. Dirt cheap.
If you have an Android, literally just download N64 emulator.
It's not the same as having the actual controller in your hand, man.
Because
it has the weirdest controller in the world. But anyways,
the first dual controller.
Anyways, so if you
I love that controller.
If for some reason you have the budget
from Nintendo 64.
Oh, it worked. It worked.
Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah.
That shit trained you for PS5 controllers and Xbox controllers.
Yeah,
it did. Not me. I still hate.
Three-prong was very annoying. I'm a person that needs like symmetry, like and balance, and that fucking controller.
I understand what you're saying.
I got used to it. Obviously, I played it, but that controller was. It made no fucking sense. Like it
fucked my OCD a bit when I first started playing.
Right, absolutely. But so back to the lecture at hand. The game is okay. It's not my favorite. Shout out to Super Smash Brothers later down the road for bringing that game, like bringing a map from like that game into one of their levels. So it's a culturally important game. It is. If you ask anyone anywhere for their top 5 Nintendo 64 games, that's going to end up on most lists. It just doesn't end up on mine. It will end up on most lists.
Okay. All right. Okay. With that being said, Cam, it's on you.
Alrighty. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep it simple. I like almost every Nintendo 64 game I've ever played. It was just like I said before. It's just part of childhood. It could do no wrong. Like any video game was great, especially for that age. Like that just what it was. But one that I love and hadn't already previously been chosen was Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong for a very, very long time was like my fucking go-to. It was 2 things. One, which we'll talk about later, and Donkey Kong. Those 2 things, it doesn't matter what time of day, it doesn't matter what day it was, it doesn't matter how old Cam was. She's down, okay, to play Donkey Kong. And again, something to be discussed later. So I don't know a lot of people who played Donkey Kong didn't love it. I probably don't remember one person that has told me that. And so it's just one of those, what's my favorite word? Iconic Nintendo 64 games that you just gotta love.
There's my nitpick. It's not Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong 64. Donkey Kong, completely different game. So this game is one of my favorite Nintendo 64 games. I love the character of Donkey Kong, period. Not necessarily the angry monkey from Donkey Kong, but the newer monkey that has personality, that has a little bit of style, who's just got a little brother, little shithead Diddy.
I thought it was
But
a son.
it might be his son. I
No.
I thought it was his brother.
No, Diddy Kong is his nephew.
Oh, it might be his
There
nephew.
it is.
Nephew.
Yeah, Diddy Kong is his nephew.
So I didn't think it was brother.
Yeah, no, his son is Donkey Kong Jr.
This that's right. So this game had one of my favorite like aqua levels where I'm fucking riding around on the swordfish. That thing was dope. It's a game that, it's a side-scrolling game. Like some of the, for a Nintendo 64 game that came out on Halloween of '99, you would think that they were past the side-scrolling adventure type games, but it worked. It wasn't a bad game. Donkey Kong is an OP-ass character, period, point blank. I love Donkey Kong 64. It's a great game. Cam, great pick.
All right, so this is not a bad game at all. It really reminded me of it reminded me of Super Mario 64 a little bit. And it had 3 years. It had 3 years to like, I thought Mario 64 had better graphics. Super Mario 64 had better graphics. And it came out before Donkey Kong came out. So outside the storyline, some of the play features remind me of Mario Kart 64. And they could have did much better with this if they actually stole some stuff from Mario 64. Let's say that. Oh no, though, like Evan said, Donkey Kong is a OG character. Everybody's gonna love Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is in literally everything Mario's in, group wise. So yeah, so it's not a bad. I just wish that they did more with it than they did. CJ's on you.
All right. This is a very good game. To me, it's a pretty good game for younger players. Like, I didn't hate it. I didn't mind it all. It was something to get into for a little bit, but for me, it was just, this is more for my little cousins and my little brothers and sisters and everything. They got into it like heavy. I was just, played it a few times. It was cool. It wasn't bad or anything, but it's just, I don't know. I just never really got into it. It just wasn't really my thing.
All right, Evan, it's on you.
So my game is arguably one of for this video game franchise, it's arguably one of the best of them all. But real quick, I have a couple honorable mentions. As a kid, I played a lot of Nintendo 64. It was the first console that I actually had ever had. So DeAndre already mentioned one of them, Super Mario 64. Arguably one of the best Mario games out there. Pokemon Stadium. Pokemon Stadium was one of my favorite games. Like, me and my buddies would just hang out all the time and be like, bro, 1v1 me in Pokemon Stadium right now. Whoever had the better one, let's do it. So it was fucking solid. What was the other one? So Wave Race 64. I don't know if anybody ever played Wave Race other than me, but it was a jet skiing game. Oh my God. It was so much fun. So there's that. And then 1080 snowboarding. I don't know if any of y'all played 1080 snowboarding. It was one of the better snowboarding games. So with that being said, my pick is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. That was my favorite Nintendo 64 game ever. For those who don't know who Zelda is, The Legend of Zelda, it's a franchise that's dated all the way back to Super Nintendo, Nintendo Entertainment System. It's an open world game, and there's a lot of elements to it. It's a fighting game, an adventure game. You get a horse, you get a fucking flute to play magical songs. I loved it. It's pretty self-explanatory. I can't explain it anymore without sounding any more nerdy or white.
I wasn't a big Zelda fan at all. For some reason, I could not get into it. Like, I tried, I really fucking tried, but I could not get into Zelda. And then and to get you right, to the nerds out there, if you say that green white man with a hat is named Zelda, they will lynch you. Like they will crucify your ass.
They kill you, bro.
If you said it, he's not Zelda. That's Link. Like, oh, okay, Jesus. All right, cool. But all in all, like I said, I tried. It is open world. I thought a couple other Zeldas. I know we're talking about 64, but I did think a couple other Zeldas were better. All in all, it is a good one outside of Mario 64, one of the best open world games on 64. But I just couldn't get into Zelda. That's just me. All right. With that being said, CJ's on you.
All right. Yeah, I couldn't get into any Zelda games after fucking Zelda on Super Nintendo. That was the last like good Zelda game to me. The last one I was interested in. This one just didn't do it for me. I was always a Zelda fan, until like they started doing it on, they started doing it on 64. I think I played it like maybe one time. No, it's not cool. It's not me. I don't like it. Just wasn't impressed.
The Legends of Zelda, like number 4 or 5 on my list of best Nintendo 64 games. So it's not top 3, but it's still in the top 10. So, like, I don't hate it, but Zelda takes a little bit of getting used to before you can really enjoy it. Like Zelda, it had like this period where you were just like, what the fuck is this? Like, okay.
Exactly.
Past that phase, you don't get to enjoy it. And that is why it's not my top 3, because you kind of have to warm up to the Legend of Zelda. You can't just hop in and just love it from the beginning. You're always just like, what the fuck is this? And whoever puts you on a Zelda walks you through it, and then you know what you're doing, and then you enjoy it on your own. It's only good when you take the driver course first. Like, you can't just hop in this and go, okay?
Yeah.
And so it's a good game, but I like something hot and ready, okay? Like, I don't like having to build up to enjoyment. So that's the only reason why it's not in my top 3.
All right, so I'm gonna go, and I do have some honorable mentions. And yes, Evan took one of them. It was Pokemon Go. Pokemon Stadium. Sorry. So Pokemon Stadium. If you listen, you can put your yellow game disc into the game, and actually play Pokemon Yellow on N64, which was cool as shit. I've been with that as well. But I do got 4. All right. Number 1, shout out to Smash Brothers. Smash Bros was a good game. Shout out to Mario Party. Mario Party 1. I like Mario Party 1 better than all of them, but Mario Party 1 was actually a good game as well. Shout out to Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark. I love Perfect Dark. I thought it was better than my next honorable mention, which is GoldenEye. With that being said, my favorite, and I think that is the best N64 game, is Mario Kart 64. Mario Kart 64, to me, hands down, is the best N64 video game of all time. Yo, listen, we used to have fights. Like we used to bet money. We used to have fights. Like it got real. It's like playing spades in the black neighborhood. Like if anybody know what Mario Kart 64 is, it's Mario and his friends. They race around on 3 different tracks to get first, second, and third.
DeAndre, stop playing. You know, anybody who watches this show know what Mario Kart is.
Me and Yoshi used to. Listen, me and Yoshi was the truth. And when I had Android, I don't know what everybody else, but I used to like the emulators on my Android. So I had emulator 64 on my Android, and I just still play Mario Kart 64 all the time. And Mario Kart, this was one of the games that you bring all your friends over and play with. All your friends play with. There was no screen watching like CJ hates. It just goes 4-4. Oh, and they had the fight pack. You had the fucking 3 balloons and shit. You got 3 balloons. So again, shout out to that. One of the to me, one of the best but longest roads were the Rainbow Road. I cheat all the time, just float down and just try to hit the. So yeah, so we jump high and then we go to the big. I try to cheat and then just hit that.
I don't need you to explain how many.
We all know what that is, bro.
Mario Kart is a good game. I feel like it's a staple within the Black community, and that's also what's wrong with the game. Like DeAndre said, it's almost like to like people our age or younger, like that were able to experience it. It was like the childhood version of Spades. Okay, it was a very fucking agitating and like ruckus causing fucking video game. Like this is the kind of shit people will argue for, hold grudges for, want rematches for, be fighting over. Fucking Mario Kart. This is the Mario Kart that started it. It got good and it got real. And that's the problem. Like, it's almost just like, maybe it was better you play Uno.
Wait.
Uno the Black community is bad too. But like,
so the problem was that it was too good that maybe people fight.
Yes. Okay. There's a problem.
It's too good.
That's a downside. It's almost just like Black Friday. The prices are great. The trampling is horrible. You can't mix this together. You can't split it up. It's a great video game, but you were fighting your cousin because of it. That's not good. Okay, it's just.
Hey, yeah, I know. It helped keep us in line. Yeah, it helped keep us in line. Like, yeah, we could be arguing about anything. We could be arguing about anything else. All right, you know what? Fuck, let's go in the game. Let's go in the game then. Let's see what's up. See what's up. Come on. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Nintendo's like that was like the way of like fighting in the streets. Like it was like.
Yes, except nobody got hurt. Like nobody got shot.
So
just like the '80s. Just like the '80s when we fucking dance battle. What?
Yeah, like what?
Yeah. See, yeah. See that? No. Yeah, it solved problems. It really did. It solved problems.
Real though, it was a fucking Mario video game.
Yeah.
All right. Now CJ's on you now. Sorry.
All right. Yeah. No. Walker 64 is my shit. You know, anytime, Dre, you want to come over, man, you can get it. Like, you come on. Yeah, I got this shit right now. But yeah, you can come over, pick up these sticks, and I'll fuck you up. Yeah.
I was talking about proving my
point. Like, no. This is one of those games, man. I don't give a fuck who you are, where you at, man. You can get it anytime. Like, yeah. Anybody just say Mario? Yeah. Anybody say, look, yeah, I got the Mario Kart, bro. Oh, it's on and popping right there.
On and popping.
For real, dude. This is one of the for real, I can't fuck with it. I can't fuck with it. This is this is number one, period. It should be I'm sorry, it's not number one on everybody's list. This is one of the games like everybody loves
number
playing
one on every Black person's list. Yeah. But that's also because of the fighting. Like.
No, white people too. Everybody loves this game. Everybody loves this game. It's just it's one of the most enjoyable games there is, and like everybody can play. You don't need to like a shitload of skill or anything. Even if you keep losing, it's still even if you keep losing, it's still fun as shit. You gonna get back in line. You go wait your turn. You go jump right back on the sticks. It's just a fun like just hilariously great game.
And then you battle to see you go on that battle and see who you can fuck up with the balloons.
That balloon one. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. That shit be fun as hell though. You be hunting motherfuckers. Like, I know. I just saw you jump over there, boy. Yeah. Try to come around that corner, cut him off.
Okay, so Mario Kart 64, right? Fantastic game. DeAndre, it's not number one, but it's up there. It's top 3 for me. So this is a very good game. I'm gonna go on record as to be it started a trend, but I will tell you this: Mario Kart on the Nintendo Switch is by far and ahead better, but that's just because of the advance in gameplay. As consoles get better, games are gonna get better. It is what it is. It is what it is. With that being said, this along with again me showing my lack of melatonin. Star Wars Pod Racer, those two games those two games were settling scores for like if we had 8, hey bro, let's go. So shut up, Cam.
All the Chads and the Lucases had to have been settling with those.
DeAndre, Mr. DeAndre Robinson, I can't fuck with it.
All right, Cam rank them.
Okay. Number
Chance
one,
Lucas's.
best Nintendo 64 game.
Oh gosh.
The way you explained it, CJ, I'm gonna put Mario Kart as number one because you're right. No matter how horrible the fighting was, we argue and get right back in line to play this fucking game again.
Yes.
So Mario Kart Wins the Episode is number one. Donkey Kong for me is number two. Legends of Zelda is number three. And then Star Fox is 4.
All right, CJ's on you.
All right. Okay. Mario Kart 64 is number one. Star Fox number two. Star Fox 64 is number two.
Thank you.
Fucking Donkey Kong 64 number three, and Legend of Zelda number 4.
Evan.
Well, I mean, Legend of Zelda is number one. Mario Kart is number 2. Donkey Kong 64 will have to be 3. Star Fox is 4.
All right, so Mario Kart is number 1. Donkey Kong,
yeah, hands down.
yeah, Mario Kart number 1. Donkey Kong is number 2. Legends of Zelda is 3, and Star Fox is 4.